Hello Ronlings, out on another camp, this time with the, I forget what it's called, the Outwell Oregon 4, because it sleeps 4, and it's from Oregon, I don't know, but yeah, so this is going to be another big tent camp. We're in a beautiful campsite, but it you know, if it weren't for the dotted around people, it looks like we're just plopped in the middle of the woods. It's a lovely place. It's really nice. So we're here for 2 nights. 360 coming at ya, and I bet ya will like it. Yes, that was a wonderful introduction to the next segment of this program, which is today's 360. I'm going to quickly do it before the sun goes down. When we were due to come here, it was absolutely chucking it down with rain so heavily. We didn't even bother trying to come here and while it was that heavy, because it was just so heavy. And now it's like a different day, like a different month. It's just there's somehow the ground is dry and the sun is out, and it's just a whole nother strange, in a good way, but really strange the way the weather just flipped like that. But anyway, so because of that worry about the weather being good or bad, or what's going to happen in an hour from now, I'm going to do it now. The sun is setting. I normally like to get a nice little sunset in, but the sun is setting, and I just want to do it quickly while the weather's nice, and you'll get a good look of where we are. I'm going to start actually from the tent, because that's where we are. I'm going to put you here. I'm going to do it. I don't care what you say. I'm going to do it because that's where the tent is. So it's kind of, this is our view. All right, here we go. Not bad, huh? As I say, there's a couple of campers, but he was saying sort of just sort of plop yourself wherever you like. There was no sort of measured out places that you got to go. It's just, he said you've got to stay 6. Did he say 6 meters? Sounds quite far. 6 meters away, but it sounds quite far actually. But he said you've got to stay 6 meters away from somebody else. But basically, it was just like wherever there's a space. That's kind of unusual for campsites. So we wandered around for ages. It's like, oh, we can go anywhere. And we tried. This is like the furthest away from other people we could get, and try and have a bit of privacy as well. But yeah, we've got bushes over there. That's kind of separates us a little bit. A bit late night barbecuing. It's just gone 10. No, it's just gone 9 o'clock. Because it was raining earlier, we sat up late and sat down late and barbecued late, and before we know it, it's 9 o'clock. I got a Chinese chicken skewer. What did you get?
Lamb kofta.
No.
Oh no, what was that?
Did you drop it? Oh.
No, it's alright, it's only my phone.
So that's it really. I'll tell you what, I haven't used a head torch for umpteen years, but tonight it was a godsend, because I bought this a long time ago to go camping, and after a while I didn't really find it much use, if I'm honest. You have a light on in my camp, set up with my backpack in, and it lights up pretty much the whole camp, and I don't need a head torch. And then I carry a little torch with me if I want to see something in more detail, so I stopped using it. But I found this in the bag that I brought with me here, and it was a godsend, because I needed my hands to do all the cooking, and I just went like that to see what I'm doing, and then turned it off so I wasn't blinding anyone, because it's one of those and it was actually a godsend. So I'm going to leave it in this bag for camping in the big tent. Right, that's the end of day one. Well, it's kind of not really a whole day. It was a short one because we got here late. All we did was set up, eat, and now it's bedtime. So good night for kind of day one. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Excuse me, I just shoved some food down me. Curiously, it was pouring down with rain on and off, and sunny at the same time. How does that work? Look at that glorious sun. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, how weird is that? But it's really hot sun, freezing cold in the night, and then I don't know what time because I was asleep, but at some point in the night it's like getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, and then boiling hot. But there's the tent in all its glory. Thanks. Look at that. We're just gonna have a quick mooch around, and well, we've got our, well, Linda made me my coffee, which is nice of her, and then we're gonna just go for a quick walk while we're drinking our coffee. How camp is that? Well, camp, you know what I mean. It's nice. Sort of things you can't do when you're at home is sat in the middle of a forest drinking your morning coffee. Yeah, these are the reasons you come out and do stuff like this. It's for that lovely, you just can't do that at home, can you? You sit in your garden, it's not the same thing. How is this possible? It's absolutely chucking it down with rain, but the sun's out at the same time. Look at that. Only in the UK, eh? Absolutely chucking it down out there. And I sat out here under the canopy just to enjoy the rain, and the sun was in my face. I couldn't sit out there because I have to face that way because it's where the canopy is, and it was in my eyes, and yet it was chucking it down with rain. As I mentioned last time, this is a really good tent. We're really pleased with it, how it's performing, and it's, oh yeah, I said at the beginning what tent it is. It is slightly more expensive than the other tents of the same sort of class, but it's the quality's there. That's what got us, is the really good quality. I mean, you get these poles which are not your normal fiberglass thing. These are much sturdier and stronger, and when the tent's up, it's not saggy. It's perfectly flat wall at the front, and everything's all tight and as it should be in the right place. I've had tents that, you know, how hard you pull, they still sort of sag a bit, or and then the water pulls up on the top, but this is all running off perfectly, so as tested in the rain we just had pouring down, and yeah, so we're really pleased with it. And size wise, I've always saying about size when it comes to family tents, you know, size is such a important question, because you can get really massive ones, great, have massive, loads of room, brilliant, but you end up having to then carry a huge, and sometimes one of two bags that you've got to load into your car. So it's trying to get that balance where you don't want to be cramped, but you don't want to have to lug around the heaviest bag you've ever seen. And this did the job well. So, you know, interior wise, you know, you've got the kitchen unit there, we've got a little table to put bits and bobs on, They're not there yet, but the chairs fit quite happily along there or down here, and we still have loads of leg room and still plenty of size. So it's not the biggest living room in the world, but it's still plenty of room, and you know, and we don't have to have that table there. It's just something we brought in so that we can put bits and bobs on it, and but you know, we could quite happily live without it, because the kitchen unit has a table and 2 more tables down here. You know, got the shelving in the middle. So to be honest, that probably would have done it, you know. So we don't need that table there. If we feel we need even more room, we needn't put that table up. But as it is, with that table, we still have enough room to sit inside with plenty of leg room, and it's not that bad. So we've sort of kept the size down as small as we can get, but without compromising too much on the space. And that ends up giving us if you look at a couple of videos ago when I took this out, it gives us a very reasonable pack size. It's quite heavy, but it's light enough to carry. It has a little carrying strap on it as well as handles, and it fits in the boot. This isn't the biggest car in the world. It's marginally smaller than, say, a family car. So the boot is reasonably sized, but not a huge boot. And if we were to put it in there, it would take up half the boot, and you could put stuff on top. So you're not compromising too much there, because that's a really important question: is what size it is when you're packing it away. You know, because if it takes up the whole car and you've got no room for anything else, then you've bought the wrong tent. So yeah, we're really pleased with it overall, and it was a good choice to get this kind of size. And you know, the bedrooms are huge, plenty of space in them. There's only 2 of us, so it's got 2 double bedrooms, and one of the bedrooms is big enough to put the toilet in, and that doesn't take up obviously a lot of space, and then all our clothes and our suitcases and our bags are in the other one, and we use that to change in. We just keep it closed off and dark all the time, and we use it to change in. So you know, none of that has to come into the living room either. So it's that is more than enough space on a tent that's a good size but not too big. And so we're really pleased with the decision. I don't know if this is normal for a tent, but there's like 70,000 gyro ropes. And a lot of the pegs didn't even bother with, because it's like, you know, like you can put a peg at the bottom of here. But it's already been held down by the guy rope that's on the same thing. So you know, maybe in extreme high winds you might want to do that to stop the whipping underneath, but it's raining, but there's no high winds, so a lot of the pegs I just didn't even bother with. But I put all the guys out, which is unusual for me when I'm backpacking on my little 1 or 2 man tents. I don't bother with guy ropes most of the time. But yeah, a bigger tent is slightly different. It's a bit more of a sail, catches the wind better. But yeah, this is the second outing for this tent. And overall, we're really impressed, really pleased with it. It was a good buy. A little more expensive, but you get the quality for that. So I don't begrudge that if we can afford it. Outwell are quite expensive, but they are good quality, and it's starting to rain, so I'm going to finish it here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's steam where it's been pouring down rain. Now the sun's so intense, the steam coming up from the ground. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. We're just popping off to the shops. We don't really know where we're going. We're just having a mooch around really. Thought we'd do that while there's a little break in the weather. And that's this morning's beginnings. But you thought that was a drone shot. I just got very, very tall all of a sudden. You take your time, love. Yeah, you just eat some food down there, yeah, right where we're trying to.
Oh, he's overtaking.
It's alright, you take your time. We'll just go around you, shall we? It's just the road. Jeez, cows, they just don't care, do they? Right, so we got back from going to the shops, as you would have seen from the bit of filming I did. And we bought some knickknacks because big tent camping. I keep wanting to call it family camping because it's a family tent, but it's not really family per se. It's just me and the fiance. So I don't really know what to call it. So I want to call it big tent camping. Big tent camping. We're still getting equipment together, and we're still looking around thinking, oh, could do with one of these, could do with one of that. So we went to a camp shop today, a really lovely little camp shop. I wouldn't mind going back, although it's not local. And we bought some knickknacks that we discussed that we wanted to be better. So the first thing, for no particular reason, is an Outwell table. I like Outwell, so I wasn't looking for Outwell, but it certainly didn't hurt that it was. If you want to sponsor me, Outwell, I'm your man, because I love Outwell stuff. It's always been good quality every time I've ever bought it. It's expensive, more expensive, but saying that wasn't too bad. But
it was in the sale.
it was in the sale. That's why it wasn't. I was thinking this was £19.99 or something, wasn't it? £20, wasn't it?
No, £17.99.
Excuse me.
In the sale.
It was £17.99. So that explains why it was quite reasonably priced. So it's what we wanted was. I mean, all it does is fold. The legs fold up. It doesn't fold in the middle like some do. It's got a cute little handle, so you can walk along with it. Doopy doopy doop. But we wanted while we're sitting outside the tent a lot. What we wanted was a little table out here, thus, so we could put our. Well, we haven't done that yet. Put our. Thank you very much, my lovely assistant. Put our drinks on it and put our food on it. And when we bring, last night we were doing a barbecue. We come out, partner come out with plates and went, nowhere to put them, so she had to put them back inside while I cooked and had to finish. So we wanted a little table out here. We didn't go nuts, just a little thing, just to put bits and bobs on, keep it light. We've got a table in there, but that's always got stuff on it. We were finding that's quite useful in there, and we'd have to clear it all off. So little table outside by Outwell, bosh. Something else I bought, which I really needed, because I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but this ground is like full of rocks. You get that far in and you can feel it's hitting a rock, so you reposition it. Nope, another rock, reposition another. Everywhere you go there's rocks. The whole ground is full up with rocks. And I bent, I don't know where they are now. Oh, there they are. I bent 4 pegs, and they're quite good quality pegs, and they're quite thick and they're quite substantial, but I bent 4 pegs. No matter how hard I was trying not to and trying to get them out, I bent 4 pegs. And then after that I decided to just sort of bang them half in, which I wasn't really happy with. So while I was at the shop, oh, this is Regatta, I bought rock pegs. Rock pegs. So I bought some rock pegs, and I must say they worked a treat. It's nothing new, nothing unusual. I've heard of rock pegs before, I've used them before. Different kettle of fish. I put them into the same hole, some of them into the same hole, like they were just normal. My partner did burst my bubble a little bit by saying maybe the ground was softer because it's been raining a lot, but let's hope she's wrong, because then these aren't as efficient and as good as I thought. But certainly it penetrated the rocks. And they went in lovely. So this is going to, I've taken the bent ones I've replaced with these, and I'm going to take these separately with me in the future. I'm not just going to use them all the time. Right, so nothing special about it. I'm not going to unwrap it. It's a barbecue set, but we want these specifically for the camping. Yeah. I've got a massive camping bag in the loft, and I forgot I had it. It was from donkeys years ago when I used to go camping with the family, I didn't know I kept it. I didn't know I kept it, and it was in the loft. So I've got a little bag now, but I'm gonna have a big camping bag with camping stuff only, because I do me backpacking camp, but I keep forgetting stuff, transferring things that work from backpacking to big tent camping. So I want backpacking camping equipment, big tent camping equipment. So I just pick up this big bag of stuff, and it's all there. I don't have to sit there and go, oh, what, and then pick stuff over from backpacking and then right, I don't want to do all that. I just want to pick up a bag, go, right, we've got everything, bosh. So this is for the camping bag, and it's just a prong, beer, and it was in the camping shop. That was $6.99. Quite good price, I think. $6.99 for a set of fairly good quality barbecue stuff. Something we need. Somebody's hiccuping over there because they're drunk as a skunk. No, they're not.
Oh, come on. Later, maybe.
Later on, it's going to be drunk as a skunk. She's hiccup practicing. The other thing was, because I'm an idiot, when I sold my camper, I left the cutlery drawer. I left everything in it. I forgot to clear it out. And I did actually try and phone the guy, and I couldn't get hold of him. I got hold of his what they call his employees, who kept fobbing me off. So I just gave up. But I did actually phone once, and I didn't get any result. So anyway, I'm replacing this, which is actually, I'll get it out, because we bought this. I've bought many different camping toasters in the past, and although it's not the most amazing thing in the world, it's the best one I've found so far. So it's just like that. You open it up, you struggle a bit. Oh, this is slightly different. It works on the same principle. So you put that on the meshy bit on your stove, bread goes on the top, and then you flip it. And I think this design, this isn't the same company, because a lot of people do it, but this design, I think, toasts it the best. I'm not saying it's as good as at home, but it does it the best I've seen so far. So I wanted another one of them, and tomorrow for breakfast I intend to have some crumpets with some peanut butter, because peanut butter is awesome. So that's that. My partner very astutely saw this. Again, that's not so much important, but maybe I will use that on the rug. But because we've got a rug, I don't know if I showed you that. I haven't bought it. I've had it for donkey's years. We've got a nice little rug in there. You can see it in there. Look. So it's nice and warm under the feet, because obviously it's like a tarpaulin type material, the ground sheet in there. So it's nice and warm under the feet, but it collects all the bits of rubbish, so that when you leave you can just go out there and go and flap it around, but you still get remnants of leaves and grass and stuff, and some things do stick to the rug as well. So I always find it's really handy, more so than anything else, to have a little brush, and you might want to give it some of that as well. But the brush itself is really good. That's going in the kit. You know, dustpan and brush, nothing special, but that helps clean up. I don't really like leaving it a mess when I'm putting the tent away. This thing is a godsend. It folds up if you can. There's one half of it, and you can pop it out, and it's a sink. We bought a collapsible bucket as well, to put our drinks in. Of course I forgot to bring it. But we also bit stuffed for something to wash up in. I was trying it, and this is a tiny little tray, and it was annoying me, because you've got to wash up. And what I like about that is that you can just carry it over to the grass and take the bottom off and just leave it there and let it drain, or you can just lift it up and it drains twice as quick. Outwell again, nothing particularly special about this. Lots of companies do it, but I just feel it's going to be better quality and last longer because it's Outwell. And I can't do it. I can't do it. So yeah, wash it up bowl. That's the other thing. Yeah, little knickknacks like that just make life a little bit easier. It collapses when I'm not doing it. It collapses. A little bit better for storage because I did realise that we have really filled the car up with stuff to take with us. So I'm very conscious that we need sort of stuff that falls flat and is small, and as I said, I need this camping bag so there's not hundreds of little bits. There's always tiny little bits I'm throwing into the car, and if I have a nice big bag, it's all contained nice and neatly. So that's today's shop. A good shop, I think. Yay! She did it. I had to cut it though because it took about 6 hours. I can't remember if I mentioned it before, but I bought a double bed as well. We had a really cheapy one we bought from the range, and as far as I'm concerned, that was only ever going to be temporary. We just did it really quickly for the last camp because it was a really cheap one. They're notorious cheap ones for going down. They never last long. Last night, curiously, it went down. We pumped it up, it went down. I could feel the cold on my buttocks, and we had to get up in the night. I had to kick my partner out of bed, and I had to pump it back up again, with our electric pump at, I don't know what time it was in the morning, 1, 2, 3, I don't know. And so you got waking all the neighbours up, and we pumped it back up, and it went down a smidge, but it didn't go down completely. So what that was all about, I don't know. Maybe the popper wasn't in properly, I don't know. But I've got absolutely no confidence in cheap blow-ups at all. So when we were at the shop, but I'm starting to sound a little bit like an advert for Outwell. We found an Outwell one, which there were taller ones and ones that sounded more sort of appealing online, but they were all makes I've never heard of. So I don't know whether they were sort of Chinesey type makes, I don't know, but they're all makes I've never heard of, and I've been camping a while, so there's I've heard of quite a few different ones. I'd like to think I sort of have a basic understanding of your big brands, and I've never heard of any of them, and all of them are constantly saying, you had people that are saying they're amazing, but you also had an equal amount of people saying that they went down, didn't last long. So we were at this shop, and it's probably not as high as I'd have liked it, but it was an Outwell one, which I know are notorious for good quality. So as far as I was concerned, that was enough for me. So look at our bed now. It's like a proper little bedroom. We've got a throw each. This is what we also what we bought when we went shopping today. Got a throw each, and then we got a single duvet. Sorry, a single sleeping bag, and we made sure you can see that. That's our sleeping bag. Nope, throws in the way. Get out. That's our sleeping bag. And we bought a single sleeping bag that we made sure it unzipped all the way around, because then it makes it a double. As I said, plus we got a throw on the top. We bought from because we forgot all the bedding. Well, I forgot all the bedding. So we bought this from a charity shop. It's just a double duvet cover, so that would be our bottom thing. There's one thing I don't like about anything, and they all do it, is this velvety type.
Flocking.
Don't swear at me.
I said flocking.
It's she said flocking, not what you thought she said. And it's very grippy, and last night we were on the other one, the cheap one, and it's the same sort of material. And it's like every time you turn over, it grips your clothes and keeps hold of them, and when you turn it over, it strangles you in the night, and I hate that material. So we've covered it up anyway, because last night we didn't actually have anything to put underneath, because as I say, I forgot all the bedding. We wouldn't normally sleep like that. So I bought this Outwell thing, pumped it up. You saw me playing a tune on it earlier, curious as anything. I put the electric pump in there, and and it made a horrific whining sound. So I undid it. That's the like the one-way valve. So I undid it so there was no valve in it at all, which obviously it wouldn't stay up because there's no valve in it. But I pumped the bed up sort of 80% of the way, 90% of the way perhaps, with that, because then it wasn't making that horrible squeaking sound. And then I plugged it up and then did it, rightly or wrongly, did it with my breath for the last few bits to give it its rigidity. So that was odd, the fact that it makes this really weird whining sound. So the noise of your electric pump plus the that horrible whining sound, it was so loud, and I just wasn't comfortable with that. But that's with an electric rechargeable pump. It does come with a system where you can plug it in to a mains and pump it up with a mains, which because it's not really a camping bed per se, it's more of a guest bed, occasional sleeper sort of thing. But I wanted a proper big bed, not one of these horrible camping ones. So we'll see how that is tonight. We've already, obviously we couldn't wait, we already lied on it. It is, I think it's a whole different world compared to the cheapy ones, and a bit taller as well, which is a bit nicer for getting out of. A lot wider. I've had to undo the wall. You see it's not attached to the bottom now because it's pushing out the wall into the other room. I mean, the other room's only a bathroom. There's nobody in there, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it is a lot wider, but that's just, as far as I'm concerned, adds to the comfort. So yeah, I'm really really chuffed with that. So yeah, an Outwell, I can't remember the make, the model I mean, it's an Outwell one.
I think was it Moon?
No, that's the sleeping bag.
Oh.
Sleeping bag was Moon. An Outwell Superior. Right, so we're just ending the evening with some beer and a game of Travel Monopoly. There it is, Travel Monopoly. I don't know if the camera's seeing that. Can't see. So we're going to be playing that. Usually they could go on for quite a long time, but we can't be too late because we've got to be off in the morning. But we'll see how it goes. So we're just going to have this game of Monopoly, and then I'm going to go to bed. Good morning. It's our last morning before we leave. It's it was a bit of a chilly one, sitting here with like an old man with a blanket on. Mind you, I haven't got any shorts on, so my legs, that's why my legs are cold. It's been raining. It poured down rain super heavily last night. Really heavy it was. Kept me awake for a huge proportion of the night. Although the new bed it's deflated a little bit. It said that in the instructions it would. But other than that, I was quite comfortable. It was, and warm enough. It's just the rain was just relentless. It was really miserable out there. But we're going to have breakfast. Yep.
Thank you, darling.
Right, all packed up, ready to go. It's been a lovely 2 nights, lovely campsite, and I definitely consider coming back again at some point. And so, thanks for watching. I got him. Pigs.
More pigs. Lots of pigs. Little piglets.
Pigs in the road. Well, I would say like inconsiderate pigs, because they just don't care.
They're road hogs.
That's a good one.
Has he gone past?
Nope, he's still there, chomping away.
Am I going to run him over?
Nope.
Move?
Nope, he's not on the road.
Oh, right, okay.
Pigs and a piglet. Oh, there's some more.
Yep, more pigs.
Oh, look at that. Pigs on the way home.
Look at the little pig there. Oh, it's so cute.
There's a big one. Look at this one. Pigs on the road. This one. What's he found in the road? I mean, oh, he's just realised he's alone and he's done a runner.
Has he gone?
Yep, he's gone. He's way behind you. Wow, we've come across horses and pigs and sheep. on our journeys. And they just wander, cows, and they just wander around in the middle of the road. Not a care in the world.